Jutland, that part of Denmark that juts up from Germany, is a gentle land of rolling hills, thatched villages, and bucolic farms. This is also the land of Lego. Legoland is Scandinavia's top kids site. If you have a child or still are one at heart, it's a fun stop. This huge park is a fanciful world created with the help of 58 million Lego bricks. They say if you stretched all these Lego blocks out, they'd reach from here all the way to Italy. In the dynamic mini world, children get their first grand tour, checking out famous Scandinavian cityscapes before traveling further afield, through Europe and on to America. For me, the highlight is simply to see Danes at play in their reserved yet fun-loving way. Each year, Legoland opens up new rides and play zones, and more Danish families make this a fun day out. Nearby is Aarhus. Denmark's second largest city with a population of 400,000 is Jutland's capital and cultural hub. Its Viking founders settled here in the late 700s, where the river hits the sea. Today, Aarhus bustles with a lively port, an important university, busy pedestrian boulevard, and an old quarter filled with people living very well. Aarhus uncovered its river, which until just a few years ago had been paved over and busy with cars. Today, this scene is a classic example of how towns all over Europe are respecting both their heritage and their people's needs. The river's lined with trendy eateries, and it's a hit with locals and visitors, both young and old. Another new dimension to the town is its striking modern art gallery, the Eros Museum. The building itself creates a stimulating environment. Galleries are a well-described delight to explore and thought-provoking. This circa 1970 wall of jars contains a slaughtered horse. It's called The Sacrifice. When people were appalled at the needless killing, the artist asked, "But what about Vietnam?" And you'll meet one very big boy. The Australian artist Ron Mueck created this towering, super-realistic figure and called it simply Boy. For something more traditional, we're visiting the city's Old Town Open Air Folk Museum. With 75 historic buildings carefully moved here from throughout Denmark, it gives a look at Danish urban life in centuries past. On this merchant's mansion, the carved relief dates from 1571. Costumed actors wander the cobbled lanes as if living in the 19th century. This couple's selling everything for a trip to America. Their skillet has to go, as eggs in America are just way too big.
Oh, this is too small.
Why?
We have heard that they have big eggs in America.
You can appease your sweet tooth in an old-fashioned way. And here in the bakery, you'll see tasty Danish treats are nothing new. A city bus runs through a forest out to the town's Prehistory Museum. The museum has three parts: Stone Age, Iron Age, and the Viking Age. The Iron Age ranged from 500 BC to 800 AD. This collection features a trove of iron weapons and jewelry from around 200 AD. As people then believed the gods lived in the bogs, that's where their sacrificial offerings were tossed. After defeating your enemy, logically, you'd toss their weapons to the bog gods. The museum's claim to fame is the Grauball Man, the world's best preserved bog corpse. Like the weapons, he was sacrificed and tossed into the bog. Because of the oxygen-free environment, this 2,300-year-old bog man looks like a fellow half his age. Archaeologists think he looked like this in happier times. He sprawls out in his glass tomb as if to welcome visitors old and young to marvel at his skin, nails, hair, and even the slit in his throat he was given back in 300 BC at his sacrificial banquet.